So is this more talking about
well, what it's talking about?
I know what it's talking about.
Yes, but the 9th District Supreme Court has ruled that all art, busking, any type of art is protected by the First Amendment, whether you receive compensation for it or not. Go online right now and read it online right now.
I understand all that.
And if I get run off here, I'm going to have to take legal action.
Of course I can. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. Okay. Right now, I'm listening to you. We're trying to work this out, but I've got to get some clarification on things, okay? So just hang tight for me. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay. And I'm Sergeant Vargas. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
All right. So hang tight for me, okay?
I appreciate you working with me, sir.
This poor guy choked or something. Yeah, just something over here that yeah, I was trying to call him. Occupy.
Alright. 5 seconds left.
I'm a pretty big fan of the Constitution. I've read it a lot. I think what you're talking about is an interpretation. Obviously, when the Constitution was written, they weren't including street art because that wasn't a. Can I finish, or do you just want to jump in? Because I mean, if you just want to lecture me, I can listen to what you have to say. That's cool. But I think it's all a matter of interpretation. You may have a valid interpretation. That's totally possible. It's not my understanding. It's not how I understand it. But there are a lot of Constitution, arguments where people have this interpretation, that interpretation. That's why we have courts. That's why we have laws. I'm kind of curious what the difference between you and the guy selling earrings over there is.
Earrings are something you can go online and buy.
You can buy this online?
Actually, I'm making this all in front of everyone.
Yeah, I know. So he's making his earrings too. So what's the difference?
Other people making the food. The food isn't protected.
Food's not art?
No, food's not art.
Sure?
I'm pretty sure. Now, if it's made into a sculpture,
I just read a pretty interesting article about that where chefs were saying no, they're protected under the First Amendment because it's a form of artwork. So it's a pretty interesting debate. But again, it's one of those debates where obviously the chefs feel like if you go up to a chef and say, "Oh, you're not an artist. You're just making stuff," they'd be offended, right? I mean, so just like you'd be offended if I was like, "Ah, this isn't art. This is just whatever. It's just paper." Obviously, it's art. Obviously, it's art to you. I think it's art, but there are going to be people.
I think the main difference is they're set up in the middle of the street. We're in a sidewalk.
No, there's people on the sidewalk over there too.
Okay, well then you're not there, right?
Well, but so what's the difference between them and him?
He's a street artist performing.
But how come they had to pay and he didn't?
Because they want to set up in the middle of the street. This is the sidewalk.
See,
Maybe. Are y'all messing with the guy with jewelry?
I think they would.
Are y'all messing with the guy over here with jewelry?
No. All the vendors who haven't paid a fee to be part of the
I know he
street fair.
didn't pay a fee.
Okay, well
I
he's
know him personally.
probably been asked or gonna be asked. It's funny when I do a traffic stop, I often have people point at cars going by. We're not talking about them right now. We're talking about you. We'll get to them. I think part of the issue is that you're sort of like you're not like off on the side over here. You're like right in the middle of the walkway. I think that's part of the issue. Yeah, people will go around you, of course. I mean, you know.
So I posted up against the rock.
But I mean, 2 hours ago when I walked by here, I walked right through here because I walked over to read the veterans sign. So I mean, this is where people were walking before you were here because I was one of those people.
Well, yeah, normally I would be over there in the grass, but obviously they've got the grass covered today.
So yeah, so.
Thank you.
Come on in, Mr. Kelsey. Give it up for him, bro. Everybody clap, come on.
Get my good side. These guys, I don't tell actually. Yeah. He's using these. And everybody else in here is paid. So the take is the complaint does overspray. And so everyone's wanting, what is it you guys say? Like an outfit. Spray painting. Remember that shit? My homeboy's got 8 balls on
That was on video too. What? You didn't hear that? I mean, I was videotaping and I probably didn't get any audio on it, so it's too loud. This thing's got great audio.
Alright, time for trophies. Trophies. Hey. Hey. Hey, no trophies at my teacher. First place. That's good place, guys. That's double. First, second, third. Yeah. You sound good. You sound good.
Did you grow up here in California? Where'd you grow up?
Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, okay. You ever been out east?
New
York? I grew up in New York, and I was just trying to figure out, I know they got different laws there for a lot of stuff, but they have street artists there. I don't know if they got to get permits or what the deal is there.
A lot of the ones there, they can't stop moving, but that's for like the musicians.
Oh, like the guys that are doing the dancing?
Because I mean, it's too, in the city, it's too hectic, they just can't stop moving, or they can't, I mean, this wouldn't be allowed there because of the, I mean, like just certain things.
Because of what?
Depends on just like, because out there, their sidewalks are so flooded with people constantly that
they're about the same as it is today. I grew up in New York City. This is about what a New York City sidewalk looks like, man. I mean, people usually have more clothes on, but other than that, it's about the same.
I've never had any problems there. I was just there, so.
What kind of art were you doing there?
I do street performing. I play banjo. I was playing with we had a full band set up and we didn't have any problems.
Well, you've been here on other days and haven't had a problem, right? I think the issue today is that they paid a permit to have this area closed off so that they could set up and prevent it. I think that's their problem.
But if somebody came in with a free speech sign, they wouldn't be doing this.
With a what?
Free speech sign, like say, we're against Obies.
Oh, yeah. If they were walking around with a sign, would that be different than setting up a table, right?
Really?
Like, this takes up space.
Like if I set up a table that said, register to vote, then I'd be 100% protected.
You would probably. You wouldn't have a bunch of overspray going everywhere.
It does not go
What's
out.
it called, Sarge?
Okay, so here's the consensus of where we're going, okay? You cannot take donations, you cannot sell, okay? You understand that? Yeah, I'm telling you, okay? Do you understand?
Are you saying it on video
yes,
right now?
I'm saying that, okay?
Okay, then you're
hang
being
on.
held responsible.
Hang on, that's fine.
Okay.
We also are saying you cannot be out here spray painting, okay? If you want to display what you've done, absolutely fine.
Okay?
Okay.
My lawyer should be talking to your department.
Absolutely fine. Okay, so you clearly understand that no more spray painting? You
I
can display
understand you have
everything?
just given me that order.
Okay.
Is that a lawful order?
Yes. So are we
Okay.
on the same page?
We're on the same page.
Excellent.
My lawyers will be contacting your department.
Excellent. There's this back. Okay, so display only. Okay, no more spray painting. Okay, what's that? Yeah.
What was your name, Sergeant?
Sergeant Mike Vargas. V-A-R-G-A-S.
ID?
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go for it. Thanks. Is this a good address for you? Is it Dorset? Did I pronounce it Mr. Dorset? So, I don't know if you're familiar with this. This isn't a ticket. I'm just documenting that I talked to you.
They're telling me I can't be here spray painting because I can't sell art. They're saying that it's not allowed because Adobe Street Fair people don't want me here. That's what it is. Like, if it was any other day, I wouldn't even be bothered.
I disagree.
We all disagree.
We all disagree.
Do we get to vote? Why don't we have a vote?
What's a good phone number for you, Mr. Dorset?
I don't feel like giving out my phone.
That sucks.
But if you want to say anything about it,
It's protected by our First Amendment rights, but these police officers gave us a lawful order that we cannot do it here.
You're recording the whole thing?
Yeah, 20 minutes of video now.
They're saying that I'm public
Hey, keep up the good work, man.
How about a social?
Sir, on the back of the Social Security card, it says, do not give anyone to employers.
Does it really say that on the back of a social security card?
Yes, it does.
Highly illegal.
I don't think it's illegal to ask for it. Do you have any tattoos or scars?
You have tattoos.
What kind of tattoos you got?
Why does that matter?
It's an identifying mark. Maybe you're not this guy.
Why does that matter?
Just to identify. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
I don't want to. Got my ID.
That's what the identification card is for, to identify someone.
Yeah, unfortunately, I know this will come as a surprise. Occasionally people do fake them. It's nice to have other ways of confirming. There you go.
Go online, look up my name, you'll be able to confirm who I am because I'm everywhere on the internet.
Great. You got a website? Do you have a card? How about you? Do you have a card for your website? No?
No,
Street
sir.
performing? Nothing like that? Mr. Dorset, did you say you wanted our names? Or do you not care?
I got it on here. Officer Keefe, right?
Yeah. Officer Keefe, 6897.
And then Vargas is the one that...
Yeah, Vargas, he already announced himself. I got the other sergeant too.
You shutting you down, man? Well, you can ask for donations, right?
They also gave us lawful order that we cannot accept donations either.
Cannot accept donations.
No.
That's not true, though.
They
Yeah, I
claim
know
You
it
can
ain't true.
accept donations.
I know it ain't true. I'm going to take this to the court.
Well, but you can just stay here and.
Well, if I do, then they'll take my art, and I'll have to fight in court.
Joey?
I've already had that. Thank you very much.
That's messed up, dude. We got like 8 cops around here, too. Yeah.
Oh, and like, just because they run me off today doesn't mean anything.
Keep doing what you do, man.
Bob Filner will definitely hear about this in the meeting that's coming up. So
I think next week you're going to the board trying to change the laws and the permits out here. That's me.
yeah,
Yes, I'm glad to hear that. I'm ready to start getting my own work out here. There's no reason that. There's just no reason.
that's against the law. I mean,
Look, all these cops were watching me. I watched a guy walk by and talk about selling paintballs. right by the police officers. They heard them say he was selling the ball, and they ignored it. A real crime, and they ignored it. You heard that right, didn't you?
So on this, I'm pretty sure.
Imagine how much better this place would be if people could just really do this and show their art.
Yeah.
Although,
I mean, that's.
He was sitting here this whole time watching this. What was he being charged with?
Well, they didn't write him a ticket or charge him with anything, but they gave us a lawful order that we cannot accept donations, we cannot use spray paint, and that we cannot sell anything. And it's basically telling us to leave. And you know, there's a ongoing. There's meetings with Bob Fillner, our mayor, that's already been arranged. Like before this, this is an ongoing battle, and so this isn't the first time. Yep. Yeah. All right.